Holding on for you.
Oh yeah.
I'm holding for you.
I'm holding on for you. Yeah. Hey, the sound of Liberty X there. And hey, how you doing, my little seasonal chipoladas of love? You won your very own Saint Nick of Sensuosity Fat Hair White coming at you from the afternoon radio grotto of Amore. Hey! Garlic bread, and bread. How have y'all been getting on anyway? Long time no see. Actually, I've not been doing any radio work this year. I took a year out. Well, given a choice last January whether to work the year or not, I decided to have it off for 12 months, you know. Mind you, by the time June came, I started to get a bit bored. So I've been working as an ice cream man in Tossa de Mar and doing my Love Limited Orchestra at the evenings, you know, at Shagger's Night Spot. Hey, I tell you what though, the ice cream business has been going great. Oh, yeah. All my very sexy lady friends have been thoroughly enjoying the service I've been giving them from my van. You know, soft-top Bedford Rascal with Mr. Whippy Machine and chimes, you know, so everyone can hear me when I'm coming. Hey, I tell you what, they all love them wafers in the shape of oysters, you know that. And all my very sexy lady friends say there's nothing quite like seeing me prise open their oysters and stick me nozzle in there before pumping them full of a sticky stream of the old white stuff. Fat Harold, they say. Is there no end to the amount you can pump out? Oh, aye, legendary all through Tosser I am. Anyway, garlic and bread. Anyway, the season's over, so I'm back here. And in fact, I can't stay long because I'm helping the vicar out with the Christmas Eve evensong at the church in our village tonight. Well, he's such a smashing blow that when he asked me to give him a hand with what he had coming up, I immediately said, yeah. Well, he's bent over backwards for me in the past, so I wasn't going to say no, was I? Anyway, I'm in charge of the bell ringers. You know, a bit of campanology with the old handbells. And to add a bit of drama to it this year, I'll be wearing my old monk's hooded cassock. Anyway, just last night, we had a rehearsal, because we're doing Ding Dong Merrily on High. And I took charge of the largest bell, whilst my very sexy lady friend Sensual Simone took the smallest. And Foxy Fiona and Amorous Andrea took the intervening sizes. Well, as we started, I could see they all liked Simone's little ding. But what really impressed them was my big dong, which I stood proudly shaking in my hand in front of the altar there with the candlelight glinting off the bell end as I swung it backwards and forwards. Well, it certainly looked impressive, though I say so myself. You know, me stood there swinging both ways with my large shiny instrument in my hand. In fact, come tea break, my very sexy lady friends couldn't wait to run their hands over it, although they admitted they didn't think they'd be able to handle it. What with its weight and the girth and all that, you know. In fact, it takes me all my strength to toss it about. Quite often, I'll have a bit of a sore wrist after a long session, you know. Anyway, by this time, the vicar's wife had arrived with the ladies of the Mother's Union, and they were all admiring it when suddenly, the vicar's wife pointed to a little hole at the end of it. Well, I was mortified, because a bell with a hole in it, well, let's just say, you're gonna be known around the village for having a defective ring. Well, fortunately, the verger, the very sexy verger Sensuous Simon, arrived then and said, hey, Fat Harold, my main man, I think I've got a tube of quick-set bell-repairing cement, unlikely as it sounds, which we can use to repair that crack in the bell. And what a sight as the congregation arrived to see the vicar's wife Audrey squeezing the verger's tube into my crack, right there in the transept. But what an expert she is, the vicar's wife. In fact, once the gunk had come out, she smeared it all around the rim. just to make sure any smaller cracks were well filled. But it turns out she's an old hand at rimming. You know, the dying art of repairing the rims of bells. So, all's well that ends well. And I can't wait, I just cannot wait for tonight, when in my monk's cassock I'll work myself up into a frenzy, and down with one final flick of the wrist I'll pull back my hood and show the congregation at climax that they will never, never, forget. Anyways, have a lovely Christmas. What, garlic and bread? I've got a couple of slices of milk roll there. Anyways, have a lovely Christmas. And I may be back from time to time in New Year if I'm not busy satisfying the women of Tosser as they gorge on some of me creamy spurts. You know, ice cream, etc. You know. Anyway, have a lovely Christmas and I'll see you soon. All right.
Happy